Oh. Yeah. Oh, this gives me a raging boner. I love being back in this room. Oh my God. All right. Oh my God. So
God, this is annoying.
we're prepped. We're firing. We're back in our little studio. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, you're going to put Sam Sulek up. Cool. Awesome. Grace, I reckon you got a little bit of a crush on Sam Sulek.
Ew. Sam Sulek looks like he looks like my year 3 teacher. Her name was Mrs. Etchells.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. All right. I have an intro to see. What am I doing? Welcome back, everyone, to the Talkin Fit podcast. Ooh, the best fitness podcast in the Southern Hemisphere. Sticking with it. We are very keen, or at least I know I'm amped. I'm pumped for this episode because we are back. We are back. You probably hit sitting there, like orgasming because of how good it sounds, the quality. But we're back in our studio at the uni. They just have this room built for us because I swear no one else uses this unless you're like a communications student or something. But
we're in this.
We are back in our setup. We are back. So we are back to filming the eps as well. We did film the other ones, but they look a bit crappy. So Grace is just currently scrolling through a news article on Sam Sulek diving or something. I don't even know what's happening. But I've had me peachy keen monster, and I'm firing. I'm ready. I'm actually a bit disappointed. I went to the Ampol expecting to get the new strawberries and cream monster, and they didn't have it. So I'm a little bit PO'd. So I had to settle for peachy keen, which is still the best flavour. But I did want. Well, we're not talking. We're talking without a G. Remember? Oh, there we are. Anyway. Look how podgy these other ones are. What the fuck? Yeah, but I wanted to review the new strawberries and cream monster on this app, but we'll have to be for next week, I think. Look at us up there. Oh. Anyway, enough of the chit chat. Grace, how was your week? Let the people know.
It's a horse. Hey guys, welcome back.
Hey guys.
Good to be back in the pod room.
It's brilliant.
I had, you know what? This week was a bit of a weird one. Training and diet wise, good. Like I'm still on the grind.
Oh yes, true.
Loving it.
Loving life.
Work stuffed me around. So I had a lot of added stress in there.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
They really screwed with my week. And then on Friday, should I talk about this now? Yes. Grace came across, she's been diagnosed with something. So she's going to talk about a diagnosis. Well, can you just not put it like that?
Sorry, but you've got a diagnosis.
Well, anyway.
Autism. All right, keep going. Sorry.
On Friday, I got the results of my sleep study back because I don't know if people knew, but I went for a sleep study. If you follow my fitness account on Instagram, you
know all about it. Grace Garner Fitness on Instagram. And then keep going. Cheeky plug.
Yeah, so I got the results of my sleep study back. Turns out I have narcolepsy.
Whoa. What? That actually is wild though, because when you first explained what narcolepsy was, it was... we both knew it as being that one where you fall asleep like at any random point in the day and you literally
you just fall down.
You just literally you could be walking and you just go like you just pass out.
Well, I have narcolepsy, which is basically just I think they call it excessive and uncontrollable daytime sleepiness. Yeah. And what people normally think when they think of narcolepsy is catalepsy, which is where your muscles go rigid and you do fall down. Yeah. And just like will fall down in random spots. But no, so narcolepsy, basically it's just, I always feel like my brain, I don't know how to word it. I don't know the exact specifics of it, but it's basically my brain is always in the state of like about to go to sleep. Yeah. So like I'm constantly tired. Yeah. So it explains a lot. It explains why I felt the way I felt for my whole life, really. Yeah. I always knew something was off. Yeah. And never really knew why. I thought it was my iron levels, but it's not.
Yeah. Well, you did the study, and in that study, I don't know if we recapped it, you had to nap. They forced her to nap about 5 times across a day. She slept there overnight, and they monitored her.
Yeah.
Then she had 5 induced naps, and she slept in every single one of them.
Naps.
Oh, they weren't?
What do you mean induced?
Like you had to, they forced you to have a nap at certain points in the day.
It was basically in like 2-hour intervals from 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m. or something.
Yeah.
They would give you a window of 15 minutes to fall asleep and have a nap.
Yeah.
And then they'd let you sleep for like 20 minutes if you did fall asleep. And so, yeah, there was 5 naps throughout the day, and I fell asleep in all 5 of those naps, which is like apparently really uncommon, and it's not normal. So that's where they drew the conclusion that I'm narcoleptic.
She's narcoleptic. But then they've prescribed Grace some pretty wild sort of, she's been prescribed an amphetamine.
So the treatment for it is I think what like threw me off the most is it's an amphetamine. So it's
dexamphetamine
like
or something.
Dextroamphetamine or dexamphetamine or something. It's
methamphetamine or something.
Well, that's the thing.
It's in the same class.
Yeah, it's in the same class. So basically, it's an illicit street drug. Like people take it on the street, and if you get tested and it shows up in your system, you can get arrested for it because it's an illicit substance. Yeah. But in this case, like it's a stimulant. So apparently the doctors think, because I was like, do I actually have to take this? Like, it seems a bit full on. They said it will probably like improve like my quality of life and just make me feel a bit more normal.
Yeah.
So I'll be actually like feeling awake throughout the day, because I just thought it was normal to feel like this all the time. Yeah. And I've just sort of learnt to cope with it, I think, which is why people might go, oh, well, like I'm tired all the time and like I feel like this. And it's like, oh, well, you sort of don't. Like
everyone gets the placebo effect. Like you told your parents and they're like, oh, I might have that then. I must have that.
Or it's either you get the placebo effect or they try and like fob it off as if like they feel the same way and like, oh, well then it mustn't be that bad because like I feel tired all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, like it got to a point where I was like, I need to try and look for something because it was like debilitating to the point where it was really affecting my day. But in saying that, like even the doctor said I've been coping really well with it in that I work, like we work in childcare, full-time at uni basically.
Yeah. You work out.
I go to the gym 4-5 days a week, get 10,000 steps in every day, and prepping for a bodybuilding show, and I've just started my online coaching business, all while having narcolepsy.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Which is like not to pat my own back, but that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
The fact that I've just like pushed myself to do it while feeling the way I felt for so long, it's like a bit of I guess it's a testament to me and like my discipline and stuff.
Yeah, no, it is definitely.
But yeah, so we'll trial this drug that they're putting me on needs to be approved by the Australian Drug Authority.
And they're not sure if she's even going to start taking it before a show because if you were to get tested too, it'll show up. And if you have a prescription for it, I shouldn't see an issue with it, but maybe it's viewed as like they don't care. Like maybe it's still too much of a performance enhancer for them to go. Yeah,
my coach thinks because it's a stimulant, it can be seen as like I guess you could say an athletic performance enhancer. Yeah. He's not too worried about that though. He thinks that if I was to get tested and it show up, I just say that I have narcolepsy.
So why doesn't he want you to take it though?
We think we might put it off because it's an appetite suppressant. So I don't think that's
a benefit for you.
I was going to say I don't think that would be an issue for me because I'm always starving.
Yeah, I think that's going to work wonders for you if anything.
Yeah, I know. So, but I think he's just a bit worried about what it might do in terms of like my digestion and like water retention. Yeah. And there's some like there can be some significant like mental side effects. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to worry about.
No, I don't think you do either.
But like we just don't know what's going to happen when I take it, and like I won't get it until probably 3 weeks before my comp.
Yeah,
like
you may as well just run through.
Yeah, until then. We're thinking of just holding off, which sucks because I would love to know what it feels like to be awake.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, so sorry, that was like a really long update, but I thought...
No, well, that's a big thing going on in your life.
It's pretty significant, and it's nice to sort of like have an answer.
Yeah. No, it's
for it. And
you've been diagnosed. The worst thing, I think, in a lot of cases, even though you might have been hoping for it, and a lot of people do, is that there isn't anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's just in their head. But sometimes when you can clearly tell there is something wrong, having a diagnosis is the best thing, because you then know, okay, I'm not fucking going insane.
Yeah, like,
you know?
it's a bit of peace of mind. And it just explains, like, it validates me, like, the way I was feeling. I knew something wasn't right.
Yeah.
And it's like validating that I was right about how I felt.
Yeah.
I remember I put a story up as well, asking people, like, why. I was walking on the treadmill doing cardio, and I was about to, like, I felt like I could have fallen asleep if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And I put a story up, and I was like, is anybody else so tired that even when they're doing, like, cardio, they feel like they could just fall asleep? And people were like, oh, sounds like you have chronic fatigue, or you're just like not eating enough food. And it's like, well, here's the answer, guys, because I wasn't sure either.
There you go. So
here's the answer.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think a lot of people will just sort of make their own comments about it and stuff, because it's like, oh, they're doctors, they want to diagnose you and then prescribe you a pill or something or whatever, and yada, yada, yada. Like, it's not that bad sort of thing. Like, there's those holistic health people that go, oh, you just need better rest and you need to eat cleaner.
I feel like my lifestyle factors are pretty good. Like, I'm pretty good with my sleep.
Yeah, no, you are.
Yeah, like, I sleep a lot.
Yeah, you could sleep, like, get a banging night's sleep and you still will normally be tired.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it, like, for ages, Grace thought it was her iron and stuff, her iron levels, because you are low in your iron anyway.
Yeah.
But, and then I sort of thought that maybe it had something to do with your celiac, but you're, like, pretty good with that. So, like, maybe if you had celiac, I could understand it being like that for a couple of weeks or something, if you'd had, like, gluten. But you don't ever normally. So, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, it's good that you've got an answer to it now.
Yeah,
you can start taking some meth.
Love that. So that's a bit of a life update, but I thought it was important, so I'd let you guys know.
Yeah.
How's your week been, though, Lewis?
Pretty shit.
Poor Lewis.
Pretty shit, actually, because as you can probably hear in my voice, I've been unwell. And I'd just like to put it out there, right? I was going to have a little rant on Instagram earlier in the week when it had happened. If you go to the gym and you are sick, I fucking don't like you at all. You prick, selfish prick. Stay home if you are sick, please. There is no benefit. There is no benefit at all to you working out when you're ill. Your body is already going into overtime trying to get better, and then you can go in there and think, oh yeah, I'm going to go and put more stress on my body and it's going to still be fine. Like, just have the rest. Like, have the day off. I had my rest day on Wednesday, and that night I had a really sore throat, and I was like, oh fuck, like that thing when you drink water and it doesn't go away, or you swallow it twice and it's still there. And you're like, oh no, it's like it's coming. And so I was feeling pretty unwell, and then I woke up on Thursday morning, and I'm normally going before. My alarm went off at about 5. No, actually, it didn't even go off. I think I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt even worse. And I was like, no, I'm not going to the gym this morning. I'm going to have another day off. And then I've just gone, I'm going to have until Monday off. So
that's a good idea.
I've skipped 3 sessions. And guess what? I haven't withered away into a fucking pile of dust. I haven't just turned into a fat bastard. Right? You don't have to go when you're sick. Please don't. Not only for your own sake, but for every fucking one else's sake. Because it just shits me off. Look, I have a suspicion, right, that it was someone that was there earlier in the week that was sick, right? Not going to name names, right? No, I don't know. You can understand my frustration. I think anyone can when you get sick. No one likes being sick, right? I could sit and be like, oh, I fucking hate getting sick. Everyone hates getting sick. But don't go out there when you're still unwell, clearly unwell, right? Coughing, sneezing, fucking you sound like clogged up. Don't go out there into public, into a very
and spread it around.
Especially at the gym, when you're touching things and you're sharing it with other, it's a very small mingly space. You're just going to give it to other people. Just don't, okay? I'm doing it and it's not that hard, right? You just stay at home. People go, oh, my mental health and well-being. Just focus on getting better. It's worse when you're sick that should be your main priority. So, yeah, my week's been average because I've gotten sick. And I think it also doesn't help. I jinxed it. It came to, I thought back towards the end of last week and I'm like, I haven't been sick. This has been the longest run I've not been sick in like ages. I'm someone who will frequently, or over the last few years, has frequently gotten sick, like once every 2 months sort of thing, like, or 3 months. Like it just feels often. It feels like I'm always sick,
Yeah.
And it would take ages for me to get rid of a cold. But I think it's because I didn't prioritize getting better, because I'm already starting to feel better. And I got this on like Wednesday or Thursday and it's Saturday.
Yeah.
So, just please stay home. I jinxed it and I was like, I haven't been sick in like 5-6 months. It'd been 6 months easily. And so
it's been a while,
probably more. And I was like, wow, this is good. As soon as I think that, sick. So yeah, no, don't come to the gym when you're unwell, because you're not going to be too popular. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, yes, filthy bastards.
Yeah, just think of yourself and everyone else.
You get no benefit from it at all.
Agreed.
Like no benefit. I don't care if you sit there and go, oh, you couldn't possibly have a week off the gym. Yes, you can, right? Stop being selfish, because that's all it is. People being selfish, and I'm not having it. I used to be like that too. Don't worry, I've been to the gym plenty of times when I'm unwell, and I really should have just stayed home, because I sit there 3 weeks later and think, how am I still not better? Oh, maybe because I've still kept going to the gym.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So you'll be fine. The first few sessions back might be a bit rough, but you'll be back to normal in a week. So yeah, that's just my little piece on that. Sorry, an incredibly passive-aggressive piece, or aggressive, not passive-aggressive, just because I just got the shits. I hate it.
Fair enough, though.
Yeah. So
sorry, I'm eating pickles and crackers. It's my refeed day.
Yeah. Grace is munging away. Anyway, on to the bulk of this video.
It's going to be a fun one.
This is going to be a fun one, because we thought we'd bring a fun one back, Last week was very sciencey. I think the last few weeks have been a bit sciencey. We're back in the groove of it, the energy's here now because we're back in our room, back in our space, I genuinely think it does make a difference. Like, it is a bit pay to win, like I will say. Being in this room, I'm like, I could think of anything to talk about and we'll just sit here and talk. And I feel like I talk way better. I'm not sat there like, So this week, as you can tell by the title, as always, we are doing overrated or underrated gym things. Like
gym things.
I don't know what the title will be, but maybe funny. It might be a clickbaity thing, like why this is overrated or something. Or but we'll see. But we are essentially just playing the game of, is it overrated or is it underrated? And the rules are simply, you have to pick one. You can't say that it is just rated like well, even if it kind of is. You've got to pick one. And yeah, so I've just got a bunch of different things, gym things, and I just thought we'd run through them and say what we think, if they're overrated or underrated. So
the crab likes money. The sponge likes fun.
It's fun. The star keeps shining. The squid likes guns. All right. Anyway, to start us off, we have stretching. Is it overrated or underrated? And what we're going to do, I'm just going to count back from 3, and we're going to say our answers. Then we'll debrief. We'll say why. Okay. So stretching. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Underrated.
Oh no!
It's underrated, Lewis.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Stretching is overrated.
No, if I had to pick one, it's underrated. Because we can't, as well, like we can't have like a middle answer. We have to go hardcore either one or the other.
Yeah, that's what makes it good.
So that's why if I had to choose overrated or underrated, I'd put underrated.
Because why?
Because tell me what bad can come of stretching.
Well, there is studies to show that excessive static stretching before...
no, but this isn't specific though, right?
No.
This could be stretching afterwards.
Yeah, but...
you have to make it specific if you're going to be specific.
I know, but we're just saying, I guess, like in terms of, everyone's going to the gym to essentially lift weights now, right? Do resistance training. There are studies that show that static stretching before resistance training actually affects the amount, how intense you can actually lift. There is evidence out there to show that it can hinder your performance in the gym.
Do you know what? Like, is it
and
good
some
evidence?
People still sit there. Yeah, Ryan Jules has spoken about it. So I will have you know. No.
Okay, then.
So, and there's some people that do a ritual of like 30 minutes of stretching before working out.
Right, well, what
thinking
about-
that it is like necessary. If they didn't, they'd tear a muscle.
No, but like this could be stretching after your workout or stretching on your rest day.
Just, I don't know. I just don't think it's necessary though. How much of a difference do you think it'd make stretching after if you didn't? You don't stretch after. You've just started doing mobility.
No, but you can tell that like my flexibility is like so bad, and there's nothing wrong with being flexible and being able to stretch well, and I just don't see that there's anything
I suppose, but
really
people
wrong
put
with it.
too much of an emphasis on stretching.
No, but that's like the exaggerated case. Like a lot of people don't
why I'm saying I think
so-
it's overrated because people put too much emphasis
But
on it.
not many people do.
No, there are.
And I don't think if you stretch after your workout or even a little bit before your workout, not excessive. I'm not talking like you excessively static stretch before your session.
But people do though. They do like almost circuit stretching.
Not many people do though. That's definitely more of like an exaggeration.
Is it though?
Yes, it is 100%.
I don't reckon.
I just don't think there's anything wrong with stretching. It won't do you any harm.
No, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with other than what I mentioned just before. But
That's right. That's why I think it's
just
underrated.
time wasting though. I don't know. I just don't think
It's not time
maybe
wasting.
like I don't know. I'm not going to get into the whole argument of like maybe doing it before like sports and stuff and whatever, because I know you stretch and you warm up and stuff and whatever. Warming up is what you want to do. It's like warming up the movements you're about to do.
Yeah, but this is
but
just
stretching.
for before your workout. There's so many other instances in which you stretch.
but-
You're thinking of the smallest like facet of stretching.
No, that's a big portion of it. That's not small. You can't lie. People stretch before to prevent injury. That's like what a lot of, like I'd say near majority of people that stretch, that's their mindset with stretching. It's to prevent injury beforehand. When really you just need to warm up.
That's true. In terms of warm-up sake, like I see your point, but I think overall,
If you want to do it,
overall, I think it's
for it.
underrated
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I think good things come of stretching.
well, this is why this is good, because we have to argue the extreme sides of this. So Grace has gone with underrated for that one. I have said over. So the next one, fasting.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. Overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah, I was going to say
Fuck that.
we can agree on that. Fasting is definitely overrated. It's just not necessary.
You'll never catch me saying that fasting's good or a good strategy. Like, let me just say,
Yeah.
if genuinely you are one of those people that if you eat in the morning, you're just like, you cannot eat in the morning. It makes you sick. It makes you nauseous during your session. Like, if it actually affects you eating in the morning,
Yeah.
then fine, fast for a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it, and look, I can also see it as a weight loss tactic. If like it really, really helps you decrease your calorie intake, so
Yes.
you're eating less.
Like you got a smaller window to eat.
Yes,
I can understand that.
I can understand that, but I don't think it's by any means necessary.
it's-
and there's no benefit.
No.
It provides no benefit.
That's what I was going to say. If
Other
you're
than the
using it
window.
as a strategy to shorten the time that you have to eat all your calories so
That's
that
all it's good
you
for.
feel like fuller, I guess, for longer and whatever. Like if you want to use it as a strategy, sure. But if you're sitting there saying, "Oh no, intermittent fasting is what burns fat or shreds fat," or
That's
like something, no,
bullshit.
that's false. That is bullshit. And don't get me wrong, I think everyone's gone through a phase of fasting again, but we learn from our mistakes here. We just, everyone's gone through it, and you
Yeah.
realize that it's pointless. I've seen Eddie Abu fucking fast, but I've heard him talk about he doesn't even like food, but I'm not going to get into that. But he'll eat his first meal at 4:30 p.m.
That's fucking stupid.
Ridiculous.
Like, that's so stupid.
Wet the fuck up.
Oh, that does my head in.
Wait, can you turn the monitor back on?
I'm positive. I'm not clued up on it, but isn't there studies to say that as like a bodybuilder and stuff, you should be eating like every 2 hours or something?
That's the whole. I think you're maybe touching into that whole anabolic window thing or whatever.
I don't know anything about that.
I think no. There's nothing to suggest that like there's literally no difference with you spacing out your meals correctly or you eating every single calorie you have to in like an
Yeah.
hour window.
At the end of the day, the body
it doesn't go, oh, it's 2 p.m. I shouldn't be eating right now.
Yeah,
no,
that's what I mean.
But I'm saying that I can still understand you eating sooner rather than later. Like, anyway. Like, for instance, if you finish a workout, probably best you eat something in the next couple of hours after. But it doesn't. It literally, there is not a whole lot of evidence out there to suggest that if you worked out, then didn't eat for 6-7 hours after until dinner, that's like bad. That's catabolic. As long as you get your calories in that 24-hour window after working out, that's fine. There'll be people out there that goes, no, that's terrible because you feel hungry and stuff. Of course you're going to feel hungry. You just fucking went and burnt a heap of calories. Like,
look, if you're qualified on this, if you're a dietitian or if you're like really qualified in this aspect, let us know what your thoughts are on like eating every 2 hours and whatnot. But at the end of the day, back to fasting.
Yeah. Overrated.
Use it as a strategy if you want, but it is so overrated.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you'll find too many actual qualified dietitians out there that are like going to preach fasting and say that it is beneficial too.
I didn't say give your opinion on fasting. I said give your opinion on the anabolic window. Because I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
So if we've missed something and that's true and there's evidence to back it up, just let us know.
Alrighty. The next one. This one I reckon is hard. This one is tricky, but I have my answer for it, I think. Ab training. So training abs. Overrated or underrated? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it.
Hold on. Wait, no, I need to stop. Okay, wait. Hold on. Ab training.
Yeah.
Training your abs.
Yeah, ab training.
Training your abs.
Actually, just training your abs. Yes. All right. You ready? 3.
Oh fuck.
2. 1. Overrated, but just I think. Because if we said this 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I'd say overrated by a country mile. Because
but now not so
how
much.
many people, everyone went through a phase of doing their like little fucking 8-week ab blaster program thinking that they were going to get a fucking 6-pack at the end of it. I had an app I paid money for to get me abs in 8 weeks and I followed it to the T and it was hard. I'm not going to say it was easy, but it got me nowhere. It got me no abs. Because
you had body fat covering them.
Yes. But I don't fully believe in just, it's just they're made purely in the kitchen too. No. I still think they're like any other muscle and you should train them.
Of course.
Some people are more fortunate and don't have to. But I have noticed that I have grown my actual abs. Like at least from what I can see so far, the top 2, they're bigger and like they're more defined than they used to be from just doing simply like cable crunches once a week.
At the end of the day, your abs are a muscle, and we know to grow muscle, you have to provide mechanical tension.
Yes.
So if you want to grow your abs, train them.
Yes, train them.
But at the end of the day, we all have been blessed with abs. I think genetically, it just comes down to what they'll look like when you shed the body fat down, and you're not going to see your abs if you hold a lot of body fat around your midsection.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think you can get away with not training them.
Yes.
And you can still see some definition. But like if you want like chiseled, juicy abs, well, just hit the gym.
Yeah, and just if I was to recommend training abs, I only hit them once a week. And all I'll do is like 2 sets of like cable crunches. If you don't know how to perform a cable crunch, have a look it up. And they're a little bit tricky to start with, but they're really good. I find I could just live off cable crunches. But then if you want to hit the lower portion of your abs too, just some like leg raises is all you need to do. I don't even do I just do body weight leg raises on the decline bench. And that's all you need. You don't need to do fucking oblique things. You don't need to do Russian twists. You don't need to do these 3-second static hold things and stuff. No, you don't have to. You have to provide some sort of tension to the muscle, some sort of resistance in there. So people will plank and be like, oh, this is growing my abs. And it's
planking's good for your it's good for your intrinsic core muscles more so than it's not going to grow your abs.
No.
But look, I think it's overrated because at the end of the day, like really, you still could go okay not training your abs if you got down to like a certain body fat.
Yes.
That's why I said overrated.
They're slightly though, because there is the whole argument for they're in the kitchen, but no. So that was a good one. I actually think that was
a tough one.
All right, next one, wrist straps. So like our straps for like pulling exercises and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Underrated. Yes.
Of course.
They still cop so much flame. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. So much flame.
They still cop so much flame, so much fire. No, they do. They genuinely. I saw a TNF video on it today, and there are people that are out there with their fucking cocks out, their tiny cocks, their egos, just flapping it around everywhere, being like, yeah, you bitch, you use fucking straps, blah, blah, blah. And then he used a perfect example. The top 3 Olympians from the current, like the Olympians, the one, Derek, whatever it was, is it Derek? Yeah, that came first. Mm-hmm. And then Hattie second, and the guy that came third, he found fucking videos of them all training using their wrist straps. Yeah. So what's your argument then, you dickheads? Like, just stop being so ignorant. That just shits me off.
It's people's just a big ego thing.
Because literally, it's just you want to isolate your back better. You don't want your forearms included, so use wrist straps. As simple as that.
I love wrist straps.
Yeah, give them a go. Like I swear, everyone like ends up loving them.
I love taking like the stress off of my hands and my wrists and just like in everything now. Like if there's a way where I can do something and sort of like take my hand out of it, I'll do it.
I definitely find sometimes it can leave like marks on my wrists and stuff.
Sometimes. Look, and I have
the same as just pulling.
So much jewelry and stuff that I have to work around and like it digs, but so worth it. Yeah. It makes such a difference.
Oh yeah,
a huge difference.
Huge difference. Like the fact that you can still perform the exercise and your hand can literally not be grabbing the fucking handle and you can still perform it says fucking so much about how good they are.
Yeah.
So much about it.
And you can just focus so much more on like executing the movement correctly and lifting a bit more. Yeah. It's just, they're so underrated.
They're worth it. It's the best money spent in the gym, honestly, like lifting straps. Everyone, doesn't matter if you're new or fucking 10 years deep.
Need to use them.
Everyone should use them. There's this thing of like, they're like only for people that have been working out for ages. No, everyone, okay? Stop. Oh my fucking God.
Sorry, that was not...
Oh yeah, that's the dramatic part.
Wait, I just want to find this one.
There we go.
Sorry, guys.
Far out. Oh, my God. Scared the shit out of me. All right. Next one we've got here is... do we go? Yeah. Creatine. Oh, creatine. What do you think? Right, ready? We'll count us down with this. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Underrated. Yeah.
I think creatine's underrated. Yeah. I love that sound effect.
See, that's a cool
really
sound effect. Yeah. Soundboard is mint in here.
Soundboard.
Underrated just because there's no harm to taking it.
Creatine monohydrate. Yeah,
there's no negatives to taking it. You will see so much. I can't believe that it's 2024 and people are still making reasons why I should be taking creatine and having to debunk the stupid things of like, fucking hair loss and this and that.
And it like, don't people say it like messes with your liver and kidneys
and your hormones
shit?
And stuff. I'm like, where are you hearing this shit? Like far out. They sell it at your fucking chemist for like $30. Like what? Like it's not going to go. It's not like you're taking Test. Like it's not, you're taking Tren. Like it's just, it's a supplement that we get in from food naturally, and you're probably going to struggle to get it in from just food alone. So supplementing it is very good. And the amount of studies now is so researched, it is unbelievable, that show the benefits of it. Literally like strength improvement and everything. There's so many resources out there showing it, and it's just, people still don't take it. If you're limited in your budget, maybe, but like...
If you can,
It's not that expensive too. Yeah, do it. I see TikToks. You know, it was in one I saw the other day, and it's like, like what's on your mind or something. It's one of those ones, and it's like the picture of like half a head with like the brain thought bubble thing, and it's like, imagine what I'd look like if I took creatine. And it's like, why aren't you? Like what?
I think that was a joke.
No, but you go in the comments and people are like, I don't want to lose my hair and I don't want to be not natural and stuff and whatever. Like, how are people so like mindless to it?
So dense.
So yeah, I'm like, I understand if you're new and you've just walked into it and stuff, but like, It should be taking it again. It's like the lifting straps. It doesn't matter what stage you're at and you're lifting, you should be taking it.
You don't even have to train to take it, right?
Yeah, it's.
Like, I think just take it.
There's studies too that have shown it's got a lot of benefits for people that aren't even working out.
Yeah,
like health wise, it's just good to take. It's and there's plenty of research showing why. And I know we've sat here before in the past and had our opinions on certain supplements like multivitamins and been on about why they're dog shit. But this one has actually,
it's a bit different.
Yeah.
So that's your reminder to take your creatine today if you haven't.
Take your 5 Gs, or I do a bit more. If you're a bit bigger, I'll take a bit more. But yeah, no, creatine definitely underrated. Next one. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one instead. Dumbbells. So the dumbbells. Mm-hmm. Dumbbells. Yeah, are they overrated or are they underrated?
Okay.
Ready? Hang on. Oh. 3, 2, 1.
Underrated.
Overrated.
I don't even know if I said that word right. Underrated.
It's hard to pick because this one is a hard one, I think.
Well, this is a one where it's like, are we talking in a sense of like a perfect world or just like everyday realities for some people? And
what do you mean by that?
I mean, like in a perfect world, if there's a machine to do everything on, well then obviously machine, but dumbbells are so versatile and that you can have a set of dumbbells at home and still do a workout.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, that's where I'm like struggling, is that if you were anywhere in the world, you could get a good workout in with a good pair of dumbbells. Like at the end of the day, it might not be the best, but if you're overseas or something, like you're not guaranteed that your fucking seated chest supported fucking single arm lat row machine's going to be there. So I can definitely see that's where I guess this can fall apart a bit, this thing. But yeah, they can definitely be underrated from that aspect.
I know what you mean though, like why you would say overrated.
Overall, if you had the choice like dumbbells and then like machines and stuff, like free weights or machines.
Obviously machines.
I'm big in machines, and so that's why it's such a still like a gym bro-y thing, ego thing to go, no, it's the free weights, and like the whole thing of like, we spoke about it not long ago about you need to activate your stabilizer muscles, and like it's better, it creates real strength. Like fucking, that's a stupid argument. Like I've seen so many things about like free weights. Oh my God. Free weights create like real strength, where machines is just like gym strength. It's not like, what the fuck, what's real strength and what's gym strength?
Yeah.
They're the same thing, you donkey. So yeah, I'm just, I think I would just say slightly overrated.
I know what you mean. Like,
because, yeah.
In a perfect world, yeah, obviously you want the stability of a machine. So,
yeah. But if you are like, that's what I just explained. If you are caught in that situation where like, you're away overseas or something, don't choose to not work out because your machine's not there. Like if there's dumbbells, figure out what you're going to do with them. That's what I did when we went overseas to some places. The world's smallest gym in Spain, the first place we stayed at, it literally had a treadmill, and I think dumbbells that only went up to like 12 kilos.
Wait, what gym was this?
The one when you were sick in San Sebastian.
Did I even see that
gym?
No,
I've got a video of it actually.
Yeah, wow.
But I'd made do with it. I just thought, fuck it, I'll do some arm stuff. And even though it was really high volume and not the best because it wasn't the heaviest, I still made do, and I still got in a workout. I still got something done. So I can respect dumbbells for that. But overall, I'm gonna slide with overrated, I think. Are you still sticking with underrated?
I'm still sticking with underrated.
Okay.
They're too convenient.
Yes. All right. Next one. Actually, I might do this one and we can then talk about our experiences with taking it, because we have been taking it for the last few months.
Right.
The next one is ashwagandha.
And
we have touched on ashwagandha as like a test booster when we rated supplements episodes and episodes ago, but we actually hadn't taken the thing. And now that we have, I think we can sort of...
we've had so ashwagandha, you're meant to cycle it as well. So we've basically done our first cycle of ashwagandha.
Yeah.
But we have to do overrated, underrated. Okay, ready?
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Overrated. Yes.
Yes, I think it's overrated.
But I'm not going to sit here and slander it and say that it did nothing. I'll tell you now, I wigged out, and I think Grace did too. There was a slight it definitely did in the first few weeks. I don't know. It could be placebo. Okay, I'm not going to rule that out.
Thing, though.
It is hard to pinpoint exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But this is why I'm more so going with overrated. Magnesium does the job. Magnesium does the job. Mm-hmm. It's a nice supplement to magnesium because at the end of the day, what it's helping do is to really set your circadian rhythm so that you've got a good sleep schedule. And so then you're taking magnesium on top of it. Oh, chef's kiss, good combo.
Well, what I more so took away from taking ashwagandha is I know like one of the, claimed benefits of it is that it can reduce anxiety and stress.
Yeah.
So sleep-wise, I would say it didn't do a whole lot for me. Like I've had like some of the worst sleeps I've had in that time period.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've struggled to fall asleep a lot. So I don't think it did anything for me sleep-wise. This could be placebo, but I have felt a bit more like lax, a bit more chill.
It doesn't make you go like fucking numb and like, the world is just like
you're not emotionless, but I feel like I was just, maybe I've just, progressed as a human, but I did feel like really chill and like I wasn't getting overly anxious about things and stuff like that. But do you want me to stop?